Welcome back. This is part 2 of the Market Research Commandments, part 2. And I was going to show you how to just double check your data between Market Samurai and Google External Keyword Research Tool and the MSN or Bing Online Commercial Intention web page. So let's just go in and check. Let's take a word out of our market here that I picked, the Japanese recipes market. Let's look for Japanese knife. There's also Japanese knife with a V, but let's just sort by cost here and see if I can find Japanese knife real quick. The other tool had it around 97 cents. Let's just go down here. Yeah. Okay, Google's showing it at 97 cents, Japanese knife. Market Samurai is showing it at 77 cents. So why the discrepancy? Well, Market Samurai, sometimes what I've noticed is that it looks like they're accounting for like a 20% difference, because the cost of 97 cents that Google's saying here is really, usually you're not going to have to pay the cost, the maximum cost that they're telling you. Usually it's most advertisers are paying 20 to 30% lower than that, because especially if they've been on that keyword, advertising on that keyword for a while, they're paying a lot lower than what the maximum cost suggested by Google is. And we'll get into why later when we do AdWords, but basically that's pretty close. When you account for the difference that they might be paying less because they're doing a better job of advertising more relevant ads, and they might have been on that advertising on that keyword for a while. But let's also take a look at the commercial intention. In this case, Market Samurai pulled back a 58% commercial intention for Japanese knife. And if I go over to the MSN tool, this is another one where MSN a lot of times won't pull back the data because it's overloaded with searches, so it'll pull everything back at like 1, non-commercial intention 1, and it looks like that's what it's doing right now when it gets overloaded. Let's just put in something else to see if it's clogged right now. See, buy shoes does not have a non-commercial intention, so they're obviously overloaded. They might be they might be blocking by IP. They might only let you do 4 or 5 searches in a row before they block you for a little while. I'm not quite sure on this one, but if the tool's not able to pull back data, you might want to just go and clear your cookies out and try it again. Sometimes that works. Sometimes closing your browser and reopening it will work. Let's see here, they're booting up. Looks like they're having problems loading right now. So let's just wait for that. But getting back to the point of the 3 categories that we were looking at, you've got the cost per click on the ads, you've got the commercial intention on an ad, and then you've got the click-through rate. And while no one of those things will tell us positively that we've got a winning keyword, except for maybe when you've got a keyword that costs $3 or more, you know there's money to be made on it, even $2 or more. You know, or if you have a word that has like an 80% or higher commercial intention, you know you've got a really good probability that you've got a scoring keyword there. So on, for example, on Japanese knives, it said 58%. Japanese cooking knives actually came back at about, let's see if I've got it here in this list. Japanese cooking knife, or cooking knives, what was it? Japanese cooking knife had a 92% OCI. So there you go. That's a winning keyword. It doesn't have a ton of traffic, but that's what we do. If we see words that have high commercial intention like that, or a high cost per click, we know we've got a winning keyword. We just got to figure out how to convert on it. But if we have words that have a high click-through rate, good commercial intention percentage, and good cost per click, we're looking at some good keywords. And that's why you just want to verify that the data you're getting is accurate or fairly accurate, and that'll give us a good place to start. Now, there are other tools out there that you can use to really solidify and check whether you're onto a winning market or not. One type of tool that you can use are tools that do keyword spying, and the way those work is you'll plug keywords into them and let them they've either already got the data compiled on certain keywords that they've saved over time, or you'll have to plug the keywords in and wait until the data can compile over a week or two, and then you'll get results back showing you that there's been advertisers that are just sitting on those words. They've been sitting there for 2 or 3 weeks, and so you know then that if they're not pulling out, that's a pretty good indicator that they're making money. If not, they're just stupid and haven't turned off their ad. But if you got multiple advertisers, 2 or 3 that have been sitting there for a while, they're making money. That's one way of checking it. There's another way, and I'm trying to remember off the top of my head how to do that, but there's the other way, of course, which I think I might be falling asleep here. The other way is to actually run keywords through AdWords before you start building content out on them. If you're building out a content website or even an AdWords website that you're going to write a bunch of articles out on, before you actually spend time building the site out, the best way to know whether you've got winners is to test them out by advertising and pushing them over to some temporary sites or an affiliate site that's related, or just put up a mini site and test your keywords out. Actually, you'll want to push them to your own site so you can track the keywords and see which ones convert. But those are really the only 2 ways, is through a keyword spying tool and through running some AdWords campaigns to test the keywords out yourself. But short of those 2 methods, really you can come up with a pretty good idea from the indicators that I showed you. And if there is cost, if you've got cost in traffic and you've got a good click-through rate, that means the market's showing you that it's responsive, not necessarily buying, but responsive. But when you combine those elements, and then if you have commercial intention around 80% or so, you've got a winner. You don't need to test it with AdWords. Absolutely not. What you need to test at that point is how to convert sales. You've got a winning keyword already. If you've got a couple of those elements, you might be sure, but you're not positive. Like if you have a high cost and a high OCI, like 80% or higher, then it's a winner. If you've got a $4 keyword, it's a winner. You just have to figure out how to convert it. If you've got an 80% or higher OCI, it's a winner. On the other hand, click-through rate isn't going to tell you if it's a buying keyword. It'll just tell you if people are active. But combine those 3 things and you'll have a good idea whether something looks like it's going to be a definite winner for you before you enter into a market and waste your time. I appreciate you joining me, and I will see you on the next video, where we will be talking about basically how to discover your unique selling proposition in a market or niche, and go after these types of keywords that are targeted towards your unique way of selling a product. The other part will be how to target how to find out what the competition is and target some keywords with low competition coming out of the gate when you're just starting to market in a market, so that you'll have a better chance of converting and get a positive ROI on your time or your money as well. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you in the next video.